Hello everyone, it's me Dr. Kelechi Eguzo. I'm just trying to show you guys how to use the Bugs and Drugs app. You have to download this from the Play Store as Bugs and Drugs. So I have already downloaded it and I'll just go ahead and show you how it works. This is the app here and it takes pretty short time to load. And once it's loaded, it's going to ask you to sign in. And so the first time you log in, you have to use your email address and then use the password that you set. There also be options for you to put in a change your code to use a 6-digit code to lock your app, so you can don't have to sign in with your email each time. So go ahead and sign in when you get this app, and once you sign in, you're going to have landing page. This landing page has the home button. I'm just show you guys what I mean here. So you have the so let's say you have the home button here, and then you also have the add drugs and add bugs and profile. Now under profile, this is kind of telling you who you are, and you can go to the settings to change anything, like if you want to put in a pin or stuff like that, or change your password. This is where you do that. So we're focusing on the home button for now. So in this home button, you have two broad sections here and here. So above you have the bugs, and the bug summary just tells you how many microbes you have reported using the app over a period of time. The drug summary shows you how many how much how many prescriptions you've reported over time. That's how this works. So let's go ahead and try to report a bug. So let's say hypothetical patient who is 25-year-old, and the hospital or lab number would be something you can enter from your own institution, and you choose the sex of the patient, the biological sex, and if the setting is in or outpatient. And the working diagnosis here that we're interested in is, what were you thinking this patient had? So let's say you thought the patient had a UTI, and you chose urine sample for urine, for urine culture and microscopy. Now, after the lab has done the test, they find which microbe they think is dominant or most are likely to be causing the infection. So we select the bug here, and we think it's E. coli. So when you go to click on this three pull dots here, let me see if I can find it. So the three dots here are more like your navigation button. So go ahead and select that, and you have three things: save and the plus icon. So if you click on plus, you know how labs will tell you that the bug was sensitive to one antibiotic but resistant to the other. You're just going to be reporting that same thing here. So let's say they tested augmentin and the E. coli was sensitive to augmentin. You press add, and they also tested another drug, lactic acid, and it was resistant. You add. If they tested, let's just do three drugs for simplicity's sake. Ciproflox was three pluses. They add. Now they've added three drugs, and you can see the list of drugs which they added at the bottom here. Assuming you made a mistake, you didn't want to put augmentin, but you wanted to put ampiclox. You just click on this. If you made a mistake, you just click here and go right there. You can remove that drug, and then you can add the ampiclox. Super easy, isn't it? Okay, shoot, I didn't quite save that properly, so it didn't save. I'll have to do it again because you need everything complete. There we go. So it appears here. Good job. And we save it. That's how you report the bugs. Same thing for drugs. Here we go, 20-year-old female patient whose hospital number was XYZ, and it was an outpatient. She came in because we thought she had, not UTI, God forbid. So let's say she had malaria. And this malaria, we thought it was one of bunge malaria, one of the hear word. So we just come say, okay, let's prescribe ACT. So artesunate anamodiaquine, maybe oral, and however dose you give her. The frequency was once daily. Put in the how many days they should take it. So 3 days. You're done. Add. And for some reason you think this patient actually needed some other medications. So let's say, it's always common for us to treat malaria and typhoid together. I believe so. So let's say we could just give this patient one small ciproflox just for good measure. Okay, so let's add ciproflox here and select oral 500, and we ask them to take it twice daily, right? For 7 days, just so this malaria was hairwood this time, the hairwood before. Okay, so we're done. We prescribed 2 drugs for her. Let's say we didn't want to give her ciproflox because that was a mistake. You can still click. So let's say we didn't want to give her ciproflox. Again, you can still click on this icon, this small green button, and hey, get out of here. So you can remove the drug. Okay, that's how this works. So after anything you do, after you're done, just save. So we're done saving for that patient. So if you go back to your home page now, you see we have 30. You will find that the entries that we saved are here. We started with 29 bugs in box summary. Now it's 30. Whereas drugs we started with 10. Now it's 11. So the cool thing about this app is that it is supposed to enable you to monitor your resistance pattern locally and your prescriptions to see if there's any change, to help you make decisions, to actually help you become good stewards. And how do we do that? If you go to the view records, this is what I call our magic button. So if you go to this magic button, view records, it's in both ways, up and down. So if you go to view records for bugs, for instance, and you will find the Excel icon at the top right hand corner. You want to click on that and export. What it's doing is that it's taking all the data you've given to us and exporting it into spreadsheets. I recommend that you download Excel, Microsoft Excel in your phone, so you can open this with your phone. And so all you're going to have to do is just once this opens, you find the ID, that this is a serial number of the box you've added, and this is just a unique ID the app gives. And here is the age of this patient. So everything is just pretty self-explanatory. But what you find is that so let's say this patient here, 27, it was an outpatient, had UTI, and we thought it was staph aureus. That's very staph under the hair word. And you can see that a lab scientist entered this. She tried, I know who did it, so I can tell you that it's a she. So this person entered, tested ampicillin, ampiclox, all of these drugs. And all of these are listed just for this one patient. If a new patient comes up, you see that it starts in a different row altogether. That is how this is so cool. So you can see from here, you can just eyeball and see, oh, so resistant to ampicillin. Maybe we're having issues with ampicillin, too much resistance to ampicillin and ampiclox in our center, or even chloramphenicol. That is how this app helps you to make decisions about which drug should become your first line or your second line antibiotics. Okay, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this will help you and that you're going to use this app. Thank you.